Can you imagine that recently, the Secretary of Homeland Security responsible for U.S. security was stolen in downtown Washington? The minister himself can be stolen, which inevitably raises questions. Is America still safe? The process of what happened is like this. During this year's Easter holiday, U.S. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was enjoying a meal with her family at a restaurant, but unexpectedly, her handbag was stolen by a man wearing a mask. Once this news was spread, it quickly caused a huge uproar both domestically and internationally. After all, the victims of the theft are not ordinary citizens, but key figures who shoulder the responsibility of safeguarding the U.S. homeland, and the importance of the items in the handbag is self-evident. According to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Secretary Noem's handbag not only contains key documents for entering and exiting the Department of Homeland Security, but also important identification documents such as a driver's license and passport. In addition, a checkbook, house keys, makeup bag, and over $3,000 in cash are also inside the bag. The loss of these items has caused a lot of inconvenience to the minister personally, and has also sparked strong questioning of the U.S. national security system from the outside world. You should know that the well-known U.S. Secret Service is responsible for security and in the core area of the Capitol. It is shocking that such a theft incident occurred due to security loopholes. After the incident, the Secret Service quickly initiated a tracking and investigation procedure. Although the surveillance video clearly records the suspect's crime process, so far, the suspect is still at large, and the stolen goods are missing. People cannot help but ask why such a serious loophole still occurred under the tight security of the Secret Service. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security was established in 2002 as an important department that emerged under the heavy shadow of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, with the mission of strengthening national security. Its responsibilities are extensive and critical, covering many areas such as preventing terrorist activities, ensuring border security, properly managing immigration affairs, fully maintaining cybersecurity, and effectively responding to natural disasters. As the head of the department, the Secretary of Homeland Security plays a central role in formulating and implementing national security policies. His every move, word, and action directly affects the national security situation of the United States and has a significant impact on the international image of the United States. This theft incident will undoubtedly seriously undermine the public's confidence in national security. Ordinary people inevitably have doubts. Even the Minister of Homeland Security cannot guarantee his own security. Is there a fundamental problem with the entire country's security system? This concern is by no means groundless. The Secret Service has always been responsible for protecting important figures such as the President, Vice President, former President and their families, and its professional capabilities and security level have been regarded as important indicators of U.S. national security. However, this incident mercilessly exposed the shortcomings of the Secret Service's security work in densely populated areas. In addition, this theft incident also reflects another noteworthy phenomenon. In today's booming digital payment industry, American society seems to prefer the use of cash. Although electronic payment methods such as credit cards and debit cards are widely used in the United States, cash still plays an important role in daily transactions. Many Americans are used to carrying a certain amount of cash with them to pay tips, shop at street vendors, or consume in small shops. According to survey data, about 20% of American consumers indicate that they primarily use cash in their daily consumption, especially among low-income and elderly groups, with a higher proportion of cash usage. And a large amount of cash circulating in society has provided a breeding ground for criminal activities such as theft to a certain extent. Compared with electronic payments, cash has strong anonymity and is difficult to trace. Once stolen, it is extremely difficult to recover. Taking the theft of over $3,000 in cash by Minister Noem as an example, this is seen by many as a significant amount and indirectly reflects the scale and importance of cash transactions in American society. On the other hand, in countries such as China, the high popularity of mobile payments has greatly reduced the need for people to carry cash with them. With just a mobile phone, they can go anywhere and complete their payment needs. In this context, the incidence of traditional theft cases has also been greatly reduced. The formation of the cash usage culture in the United States is influenced by various social factors. On the one hand, the U.S. financial system is relatively complex, and some people rely more on cash in transactions due to poor credit records, insufficient bank accounts, and other reasons. On the other hand, some Americans have concerns about the security and privacy protection of electronic payment, and believe that the use of cash can avoid the disclosure of personal information. In addition, the unique tipping culture in the United States, where many places require tips to be paid in cash, has also to some extent promoted the use of cash. According to crime statistics released by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, although the property crime rate in the United States has fluctuated in recent years, it is still at a relatively high level overall. Theft, robbery, and other crimes remain the main criminal issues facing American society. The theft of the minister's bag this time is not an isolated case, but reflects the widespread property security risks in American society. Compared to some European countries, gun control in the United States is relatively loose, which may lead to more rampant criminal activities and put greater pressure on law enforcement agencies. On weekdays, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem always presents herself as a security guard in public, repeatedly emphasizing the strength and invincibility of the United States in national security. However, the bag theft incident was like a loud slap in the face, instantly shattering her image and pushing the U.S. national security system to the forefront of public opinion. This matter has seriously damaged the international image of the United States. This situation must be changed. I have the following suggestions for improving the U.S. national security system for your reference. 1. Strengthen security measures in densely populated areas for the activities of important figures such as presidents and ministers in public places. More detailed and flexible security plans should be developed, plainclothes security personnel should be deployed, and real-time monitoring and risk assessment of the surrounding environment should be strengthened. 2. Improve the application efficiency of monitoring systems. Increase investment in monitoring technology, improve the clarity and coverage of monitoring cameras, build more efficient data storage and retrieval systems, so that suspects can be quickly identified when a case occurs. 3. Promote the development of digital payments. The government can encourage enterprises and consumers to adopt electronic payment methods more through policy guidance and promotion, reduce cash flow, and lower the incidence of property crimes. 4. Strengthen international security cooperation. Strengthen information sharing and law enforcement cooperation with other countries in combating transnational crime, terrorism, and other aspects, and work together to address global security challenges. This incident serves as a profound reminder that national security is an extremely complex system engineering that involves multiple levels such as politics, economy, society, and culture. Any loophole in any link could trigger a chain reaction and pose a serious threat to the entire national security system. Therefore, when formulating national security policies, countries must establish a holistic thinking, comprehensively consider various potential risk factors, and strengthen coordination and cooperation among various departments. For the United States, this incident is an excellent opportunity for reflection and improvement. The U.S. government should face its own problems squarely, take practical and effective measures to strengthen the construction of the national security system, and enhance its security governance capabilities and levels. In short, national security is the foundation of human social development and requires concerted efforts and joint maintenance by all countries. Only through continuous reflection, improvement, and cooperation can we steadily move towards a safer, more stable, and harmonious world. Do you have any suggestions on how to build a safer country? Welcome everyone to leave a message for discussion. Welcome to subscribe to my channel, where I share in-depth perspectives every day. See you in the next issue.